Aloha and welcome to MTB University. For today's quick tip, we're going to talk about why you brake with one finger instead of two fingers and how braking with just one finger will help you gain more confidence and control while you ride. All right, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a little, what do you call it? Object lesson. Object lesson. Go out and grab a hammer if you have one. Timing on that could probably be a little better. I want you to grab your hammer with two fingers only. Okay, leave these two free. Now we're going to pretend that we're hammering something, okay? If you're like me, you're going to find out that this is like super awkward. You could never hammer anything like this, okay? Well, maybe you could, but it would take a long time and it wouldn't work very well. Now, same thing. Grab your hammer, but grab it leaving the one finger. So you're only holding it with the three fingers. You'll find that as you do this, you have way more control over the hammer. Not only more control, you have more power to drive the hammer into the nail. When you're on your bike and you're riding with two fingers, you don't have control or power. When you're up and down the trail and your bike's moving all around, you need that power and that control to put your bike where you need it and to have confidence when you ride. Now we're going to take our object lesson and we're going to actually apply it to a real live bike. So here I have my bike. What I want you to do is I want you to grab your handlebars with two fingers and leave two fingers on your brakes. Don't squeeze your brakes, just go ahead and leave it on your brakes. Then I want you to go ahead and lift your bike up and then pay attention to how that feels. Is that easy? Is it like the hammer? Does it feel like you don't really have a whole lot of control? There's not a lot of, not a lot of power. So let's try it with three fingers, one finger on the brake, and now lift your bike up. Now, if you're like me, you'll find that this is a lot easier. You have much more control over the whole entire movement, and it's just easier to do it. Now, when you're trying to go over obstacles, around corners, the more control and power that you have, the better it's going to be. You're going to ride smoother with more confidence. Now, you may be thinking, but I need two fingers to stop. And I can understand why you would think that. Bikes in the past had brakes that, they really did require two fingers to be able to stop. You really had to squeeze on those brakes to get them to stop. Well, you know what? Modern technology has come a long ways. And with disc brakes and with hydraulic brakes and this technology that we have, one finger on the brakes is enough to stop you. If you're uncomfortable braking and it feels like you don't have enough power, it's very possible that your brake is actually positioned incorrectly on your handlebars. And we're actually going to talk about that in just a second. I've got my handy little tool here. I'm just going to loosen up my brake. All right. My brake is loosed. Now, if you're having a hard time braking with modern brakes, it's very likely that position is just in a bad spot. So what you want to do, loosen this up and then find a spot where you can comfortably squeeze the entire brake all the way in with no obstructions. If it's too far outboard, you can hit your other finger. Definitely can't brake like that, so move it a little bit on inboard. If it's so far inboard that you're having to stretch your finger, then just move it inboard a little bit. You can also move it up and down. So it's really just a matter of you finding a comfortable spot to have your brakes where you've got good, strong stopping power. You can't break your bike testing this out, so don't be nervous, just loosen it up, play around, and get it right where you want. Thank you for watching today's video. I recommend you go out and ride your bike now and practice this. If you're a two-finger braker, get out on your bike and practice braking with one finger. If your brakes weren't comfortable, just go ahead and adjust them, work on it, try and get them just right. Before you do that though, I recommend you subscribe to our channel so that you can be receiving updates for when new videos come out. We're going to take our hammer object lesson and we're going to apply it to an actual bike now, since we're riders and not carpenters. Well, some of you might be carpenters, but I'm not. I'm starting over. Lift your bike up off the ground. Ow, I just scraped my shins again. Now you.
Wicka, 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 whack.
Yeah. Wicka, whack. Are you? It's either that or I'm caught in a time loop. Are you? What we're gonna do is grab our handy little tool here, and we're going to adjust our bars. All right. Seriously, I can't get it out.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Veins are popping out on your forehead.
I was gonna be like, thanks for watching today's video. We really appreciate it.
When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. Pow, pow. Go!
All right. Aloha.
I had to do it once.
See what I have to work with?